How's it going, guys? My name is Pagona and welcome back to another episode of my upcoming game series. And in this episode we're basically going to talk about a game called Wrath of Goliaths Dinosaurs. Now for those that don't know, I have mentioned this game in the past, so I'm sure some of you may remember, but as I just said, for those that don't know, I will be going through as much as I possibly know about the game, and hopefully showing you guys some images and some videos of the game in action, well, at least so far, to kind of give you guys an idea of what the game is about, what the game is like, and what it looks like. That's basically the summary of this series. Either way, there isn't too much out there that I could possibly, that I could find in general of Wrath of Goliaths Dinosaurs, but from what I have found, I can make a short video about it. This one probably won't be as long as all of the others. To be fair, I'm probably only looking at about 5 to 10 minutes maybe, purely because there is very little out there. I tried to contact the developers today, and I didn't get anything back, but that's not going to stop me. And if I do ever hear anything more about the game, then obviously I'll update you guys in another one of these videos, or in like a Primal Carnage game or something like that. Either way, what is Wrath of Goliaths Dinosaurs? The name is a bit of a mouthful, I'm not going to deny that, but that's not a huge issue. Basically, it's a dinosaur hunting simulation set in the future, ruled over by plants and terrifying beasts, seemingly reanimated from the prehistoric era. In this unfortunate future, to minimize this threat to humanity, hunters must go through intense military training to become one of the elite few allowed access to the hunting grounds. You are one of those chosen ones. You are a hunter. You will kill or be killed. So that's kind of a mixture of a general overview of what the game is, and a bit of the story, and a bit of a theatrical explanation. But if you haven't quite understood the premise of this game, it's set in the future. You are a hunter, and you basically you go all out, and you've just got to kick ass and hunt dinosaurs, kill them, and that's basically it. According to this, hunters are granted access to military-grade weapons to help aid in their mission of minimizing the dinosaur population. So think of this more like a hunting simulation for overpopulated areas in terms of creatures. So it is a real-world example. I'm trying to think of things. Wolves and stuff like that and rabbits are often hunted because of overpopulation, and it is for their own good, but it's also for the good of other people. A lot of people hate rabbits being overpopulated in a certain area because they do ruin things like gardens and stuff like that. So people go hunting, kill them, minimize the population, and basically it benefits everyone, because gardeners are obviously not annoyed anymore because their gardens have been dug up or whatever. And rabbits can survive longer because, they haven't got thousands and thousands of rabbits taking up God knows what, all of the food resources basically. And it does affect both the humans, us as humans, and the animals themselves. But I think this is primarily about the safety of humans, because dinosaurs are, well, the ultimate creatures, if you really want to look at it that way. These dinosaurs are obviously a threat to humanity, so you've got to go out there, basically annihilate the population and make everything safer again for humans. As well as killing, the hunter is also tasked with gathering information on the reanimated scourge. Reanimated scourge. Does that make sense? I've never heard the word scourge before. Using his handheld GPS device. So as with most hunting games, you do get a little GPS where you can go around. It's going to be used as your map or something like that, but you also have to document anything you find in terms of just general information about these dinosaurs, which again is pretty cool. It's kind of like a Pokemon catch 'em all, but in this case it's a dinosaur kill them all type circumstance, which is again pretty cool. For each kill, the hunter will be awarded with perma money. The more perma money the hunter has, the higher his status, and the more dangerous marks you'll have access to. So I guess the point system of this game is going to be perma money. Now, my best guess, though it doesn't say here, but my best guess is this perma money is money that you're going to have in the background that will always be there. It will never lower, it will always increase or stay the same if you're really bad. And I'm guessing you can, instead of buying stuff, you'll just unlock stuff So it is like you've purchased it, but it's always going to be there if you want to, use it again, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And again, the more points you get, the more dangerous marks. So you'll probably start off with like a, like a little mini raptor or something like that, and then you'll obviously gradually increase and your score will go up, or your perma money I should say, and eventually you'll have access to things like a T-Rex and Triceratops. Just a guess. Either way, that's pretty cool. And death surrounds you as you hunt through various areas, from a crocodilian monster to a towering beast who can kill you with a flick of their tail. So obviously these dinosaurs are not dinosaurs that you should really mess around with, but it's your job, so you may as well. That's really the best way to put it. Hopefully I don't get a message. I'm going to mute my speakers because I am waiting for a message. My voice is going. Give me 1 second. Oh, excuse me. I am waiting for a message, so hopefully it doesn't pop up. Either way, that's really all there is to it. Underneath they have got a couple of things to talk about, but yeah, again, that's really all there is to it. There isn't much on their Facebook page, and they have got a website, and their project page is what I'm reading off of right now. Again, not too much in there. It is literally just that description which I've just said, a video of the pre-alpha skin variants, and a little, I guess, a bullet point description of like the key points of this game, which is pretty cool. On their Facebook page, it's the exact same thing really, except they've got all of the different images from the game, from the very first couple of images that were posted in 2013. So this game has been in the making for quite a while now, but hopefully we see something soon. Either way, going on to those little bullet points. Stunning AAA quality environments. Now, for those of you that don't know, AAA games are basically just those hugely popular games like Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, anything that's made by a major company. So the fact that they're aiming for AAA quality environments is just an example of, or an idea, it gives you an idea of how good these environments are going to look, at least hopefully. Anyway, from what I've seen, they do look pretty awesome. The next one is complex and reactive AI system that bring dinosaurs to life. And the third bullet point, I should say, also goes into that. Dinosaurs acting like real animals, eating, drinking, hunting, interacting, and killing. So both of those are talking about the artificial intelligence system. They're not necessarily going to aim for real dinosaurs. Obviously, they want them to be a bit more aggressive. Obviously, if you try and shoot a Triceratops, they will probably try and kill you. But in this game, I'm guessing they'll be a little bit more feisty. They will come after you a bit more. Either way, they are going to aim to get them as like real animals, eating, drinking, etc. So there'll be things like, I don't want to say migration patterns, but you'll have dinosaurs go into the watering hole at some point or other, so you can go and camp there if you want to wait for your kill, or you can go and camp by their sleeping. If they tend to sleep in one area, you can always go and wait there until nighttime or whatever, and sneak up on them or something like that. And that's going to be cool to see. It's going to be very cool to see. The next one is observation mode to view dinosaurs' natural behaviors within their natural habitats. Now this is something that I think is really cool, mainly because not a lot of hunting games allow this. Hunting games tend to just kind of throw you into the map and say, look, you're in a map, there's dinosaurs over there, kill them. In this game, they do want you to kind of look at their dinosaur AI, and I think that's pretty cool to see because not many games allow that. A lot of games will either put you in control of the dinosaurs or put you in control of something else, I don't know. But it is cool to see what dinosaurs would possibly be like in their natural behaviors. The closest game I can think of that could possibly demonstrate that is like a safari game or something like that, or maybe even Dinosaur Battlegrounds, but apart from that, I can't really think of any. But it's going to be very cool to see. Observation mode is probably one of their key selling points for this game. The next point says choose to hunt 20 plus different species within dramatically different environments, including canyon, forest, desert, and more. So in my personal experience, hunting games like Cabela's Big Hunts, they don't have too many creatures. I don't know whether that's a design choice or whether they're doing it because not many creatures are hunted in real life. I don't know, but there aren't many creatures in hunting games. There tend to be just a few, and one of the other examples I can think of for that is the Hunter Primal. There's what, 4 dinosaurs in there? Maybe 5, if I can think properly. There's 4. So not many at all. So to have a bigger range of dinosaurs is going to be really awesome to see. And by different different species, they don't just mean different dinosaurs like Triceratops and I don't know, Brontosaurus, Apatosaurus. They have really gone for different dinosaurs. If I'm just having a very quick look at the Facebook images, you've got Spinosaurus, Carnotaurus, Stegosaurus. You've got the Prestosuchus, if I pronounce that right. I could be wrong. From what looks to be a raptor, a mosasaur, I don't know what that is. What is that? Tell me what that is. Dimetrodon. You got that as well. So there is a big range of creatures. You've also got the plesiosaur, at least I think it is. But yeah, there is a big range of creatures. It's not just a bunch of carnivores coming after you. It's a bunch of different creatures that you're going to hunt and, well, kill, really. So that's going to be cool to see. Intelligent GPS system that will notify you of dinosaurs' location and proximity, and will gather information on the trophies collected. So again, going back to the GPS system, it is basically going to be very similar to most hunting games in terms of maybe you'll hear a dinosaur noise and your GPS will kind of give you a little red dot as to where they are. It'll be like a map as well, proximity, stuff like that. But once you've killed your dinosaur, you'll be able to put in some more information, and I guess it will be kind of like a little dossier, similar to Ark, where it will tell you the pros and cons of dinosaurs. Well, not necessarily the pros and cons, but I guess their strengths and weaknesses in terms of attacking and their sort of behavior patterns and stuff like that, which would be pretty cool to see. It really would. And finally, hunt or be hunted, kill or be killed. Again, highlighting the point where if you don't hunt, you will probably be killed. It's just the way the game is. So again, there isn't too much to talk about. Like I said, this is probably only going to be about 10 minutes long. I think we've just passed the 12-minute mark, actually, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. But on their Facebook page, they've got a buttload of images of the game. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, got some images here. When they started off, I wouldn't say the models were very good at all. That's not to kind of crush their spirits. But yeah, they were very kind of 2003 styled models, very kind of basic. And then as the development cycle kind of carried on, you've got weapons and stuff here which look pretty decent, not amazing. And you keep on going through, models have improved, it's looking good. There's a really awesome Acrocanthosaurus here. You got some very interesting skins. Some brand new characters have been modeled, some brand new weapons have been modeled, looking very good, very, very good. And again, just everything seems to be improving, and it's really cool to see, so these guys have definitely updated their models, and it's looking very cool, very, very cool. And as you get further up, you see some concept art, but one of the things I want to talk about is the in-game screenshot. Now, I believe they use an Unreal Engine. I could be wrong. I can't find anything anywhere. But from the looks of it, it's Unreal Engine, and it's looking very cool. It's not looking super, super realistic, but I don't expect that. There's an image of a Stegosaurus, which should be up on screen now, but it's an image of a Stegosaurus in the environment. The everything's just looking very cool. A very large amount of bloom. Not a huge issue, but not my personal preference. But it does look very cool, and again, you go up, you've got all these different images of the guys recording, I guess, ambient sounds of animals. They've got an image of eggs and stuff, which looks very cool, and an image of them recording fire, which I'm guessing is against like a green screen, or it's audio, I don't know. Either way, these are serious people, and they're going out there recording all of this stuff, and hopefully it gives them a really good sound effect set and a good soundtrack. But, the only other thing I can really talk about is the next couple of images, and they're of the weapons. Now, the guns all look like guns. That's really what I can say about that. But the arrows are... what's the best way to say it? They look elemental. They look like they're from Ark, if I'm being honest. That's not a huge issue. Not a huge issue at all. But because this is in the future, these arrows are very kind of futuristic. In one of the images you can kind of see up close, the arrowheads are very odd. They look like they're made to kind of pierce and stay in rather than pierce and take out. but they've also got different colours, and I'm guessing they've got different uses, like trank arrows and explosive arrows and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting to see. I'm curious to see where they go with that. But that could kind of add a whole new aspect to the game, and that's going to be interesting to see. But unfortunately, that's all I can really talk about in terms of this project. Yeah, I mean, there's no release date planned at the moment. It's just it's TBD, to be decided. The technical specs are prospective, so there isn't much in there, but they have got a forum up, they've got a Facebook page, they do seem to reply fairly often, so be sure to check it out. Again, links are always in the description. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, feel free to like and subscribe. Remember to check out their stuff, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.